curious, during that time period in the 90s, did you guys ever talk to Stan Lee and find out what his feelings were towards image and singing?
Were the videos of you with Stan shot after you went to
Prior, way prior.
Right,
Yeah, about 6 months, we were talking, George Perez was doing one of the videos, and Todd and I picked him up from the airport and pitched him that we were going to go off and do this this new company, would he be interested? And George was kind of hesitant, but the book's image was just coming together. But we had booked those videos a long time in advance. I don't remember ever dealing with Stan in the 90s. God bless him. We did those videos, that was fun, and then I didn't see him until he made a cameo at every movie. And now, I mean, he's a legend. He's the legend. Mark knows him a lot better than me.
Stan, well, my wife Bridget and I, we love Stan. And it's great to see Stan finally get his due. Because not even that long ago, I think within 10 years you can legitimately say that outside of comic books, people didn't really know who Stan Lee was. He's one of the founding fathers of modern comics to us. Stan Lee and Ditko and Kirby, and there's a list. But outside of comics, people didn't know who he was until the movie started coming out, until Iron Man came out, until the cameo. It's like now everyone goes, that's Stan Lee. And he even said himself that he couldn't even get a meeting in Hollywood. Because he was that comic book guy. Oh, you do Batman? Oh, no. Oh, you have something to do with Spider-Man? Yeah, something to do with Spider-Man. So it's been great to see things happen for him in these latter days. But there was a point years ago, I think, I don't remember what it was, but before Jim sold to DC, where some third party was coming to me and Jim and saying, hey, you want to start this new company with Stan? Stan wasn't really aware of it. He was more of a figurehead.
Everyone owns their own work. Have you guys ever considered it, or kind of would it be possible for maybe all of the founders to kind of collaborate on a single?
Yeah, that happened, buddy. That happened. It was bad. It didn't work out.
Image United, I think you're talking about.
We tried. We really tried. And I actually am probably the only one who still lived out though. He put in my calendar, when can I take these 4 months off and drive around and help us out? I mean, it's because, again, we broke trust. And I actually think it would be a great thing to finish. It will be completed. Eric Larson's the pessimist. I'm the optimist.
Like the anniversaries are going to be coming up, so maybe.
There's always an anniversary. There's always an anniversary.
We're at 22 years now, so another 8 years is 30.
Yeah, maybe 25. We'll sniff it out again.
Oh, don't even say that. No, you know what? It was a great idea that was actually spawned here when we were together for the first time in years. Eric the Brain Larson came up with the idea. And I think the two of you guys were championing it.
It was Eric.
It
was Eric. Eric called Kirkman. Kirkman jumped on board. We all got. You know what? I'm sure there'll be more cool stuff together. But we're old.
I think that's something.
I'm smart.
You guys got two more questions? I have a question. I think this is a very important story that should be told as far as, for comic book history, as well as American history, history as far as independent publishing. Like you guys are kind of like the Stan Lee's of indie comics. I think that this is something that should be on television. I know this is an Image product, but is Image going to do anything to help get this movie out?
Well, we're working now on pretty much trying to get it out wider. We're going to be selling it ourselves to start, which you can order now at sequart.org, SEQUART. Because much like the people from Image learned, if you work with a big distributor, you don't get a big cut of the profits. So for a movie like this, we're going to try to work it ourselves and get on TV or Netflix or Xbox or as wide as possible. So definitely spread the word is the way to get it out there and get the story told.
And let me tell you, I've been with the same manager who exposes my writing and drawing and my ideas to potential buyers. I've been with him for 10 years. I've told him this story ad nauseum. I said him, nobody does not love what these guys did. They did a great job. And we all went in blind. I didn't know Patrick from my dead aunt. I mean, but I was like, all right, I'll do this. And everyone who sees this movie has a strong reaction to it. And my manager, that's a great thing you guys did. Really? Like, I haven't told you this story, Tim. So, I mean, people respond to it. So, I'm with you, man. It's a great story of a group of crazy kids getting together and going, why not? And we did, we jumped off a cliff. And it was it's such a fun time.
Last question, so, or we'll get to it, we'll do both of you guys, we'll go to the back first.
All right, so during that whole experience, was there like any point that you just wish you could have just changed just a little bit at all? Like, you know, like is there one that just stays in your mind? Give me more one. I'm not like really sure.
You
You know, honestly, looking in retrospect, and this is a terrible thing, but I wouldn't change anything. Only because I believe if there were changes, it just wouldn't have happened the way that it should have, because it was so dysfunctional. And we made so many mistakes, and the enthusiasm was so high. It was that you can't tell me no attitude that Rob was saying. Because it was a combination of naivete, youthful exuberance, which I think exuberance is still here, so it's a certain amount of naivete, can-do and F-you that we had towards the big two and people that were doubting us. That just drove everything. So even with the mistakes, even with the opportunities that didn't happen, blood cyber bursting, Yancey falling off the wagon for the Which Way TV show. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, I mean, that stuff happens, but we've all made decisions, we've all lived with them. I don't think any of us have tried to throw anyone else under the bus for our decisions. I think we're all accountable for everything that we've done, failures and successes. So.
And real quick, I have an amazing life. I mean, not I'm not the richest guy in the world. I'm not trying to tell you that I got a yacht somewhere. I just have 3 kids who are everything to me, a wife who I completely love and adore, and I still get calls on stuff that I own 100% because I went off on my own 20 years ago. And somebody goes, hey, I'm a fan of this growing up. Are these rights available? They're not doing that if I don't do this. And so everything in between made me who I am. And I'm with Mark. You can't go back. You just can't. You go, I gotta live with this. And it was, I don't know that the movie portrays it, but it was a blast. You gotta go to the dark places, documentary, and things went dark. But it was so much fun, you have no idea, and you wish you could have been a part of it if you were in our roller coaster, because it was a blast. It was, and remains, an absolute blast.
Last question.
You guys broke away from Marvel. It was totally unprecedented. No one had ever done anything like that before. And you spoke earlier about how a couple of years ago you had talked to a couple of artists about doing the same thing and reinventing. Do you think the industry is so different now that nothing like that will ever happen again, where you see creators get so huge and the big two and then completely break away?
Yeah, I think that was a moment in time that, and this isn't to sound like arrogant in any way, but there's no need for that to happen again. It happened already, and the path has been paved. You don't really need a revolution again in comics because you have options. Look, if you grew up as a creator, a writer, artist, whatever, and you've always wanted to draw Spider-Man, Spider-Man's not going anywhere. And if you've got the chops, look, give you the job to write Spider-Man, draw Spider-Man. If you don't want to do that, you don't need to jump off a cliff. You don't need to start a revolution because Image exists. And you can just go to Image and publish your book. And if not, go to Kickstarter. Have somebody kick in a few bucks and help you fund a comic and publish it yourself. The world is just a much more open place creatively than it ever was. I mean, it's not just for comics. When you look at the talent pool, the creative pool, between 20 years ago and today, it has grown exponentially. You've got artists that are just incredibly good and talented because they've got so many more avenues to go into. You can really make a living as an artist now. Between video gaming, the conceptual work with that, and comic books, there's a a lot of that's in common that people I don't think are really aware of. So you don't need it. You know, that back then, image happened because image was needed. You know, and you had the right guys at the right time, taking the right opportunity, because there was a need for it. The only reason why things happen is there's a need. You know, we needed smartphones. We needed Steve Jobs to like make things easy for us. You know, and that's what drives our, you know, there's a need for it. There's no more need for it, it's there.
Doesn't already everything Marvel DC writer work for image now too?
Almost.
It should.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.